I just canceled my trip to England because not only is my passport not here yet and I was supposed to leave at 6 p.m. I'm pretty sure my passport is lost in the mail. Then the airline canceled the flight. And so I was like, they're like, we're gonna rebook you. I'm like, don't. Something is holding me here and I am going to listen. I'm just gonna take a shower and I think I'm gonna see if I can turn myself into Ariana Madix for a video. It's now Tuesday, and I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So last time we were together, I had just saw that my flight to London had been canceled. I'm not even sure, I can't remember if I actually told you guys that or not. I was waiting on Friday, hoping that my passport would come in the mail. By the way, it's Tuesday, still hasn't come. And while I was waiting for my passport, I was gonna leave it until noon, and if it didn't come by noon, I was gonna cancel the flight. It was on points, so it would have been fine, but I was very much looking forward to go to my friend's wedding party. And then the flight got canceled, so I was like, absolutely not. I'm not meant to go, and I'm not going. Something is keeping me here. So over the weekend, I actually went down to, my grandparents have a beach house down in Surfside Beach. So I actually went there with my parents and spent Saturday and Sunday on the beach both days. It was very, very nice. And now I'm back home, back to scheduling before we have another wedding this weekend. But this has definitely felt like the most freeing week. Why do my arms look like I'm going to eat you? Hello? This week has definitely been the week where I have felt the most calm. I feel like it's taken the full 4 weeks to really feel the effects of a proper detox, and now I know what rules I want to keep, what rules I'm going to leave behind, where my weaknesses are, where my strengths are, how to best have social media to make sure that I am staying tip-top mental health. So I'm gonna eat breakfast and then we'll get ready for the day and talk about what I would recommend from this challenge. We are now 4 weeks down of the phone detox, and let's go over the rules that I did well on, that I didn't do well with, what I will be continuing and what I will not be continuing. I'm not doing this exact thing forever. So as a reminder, for the rules, there's no phone in the shower, in the bathroom, or while eating. 3 15-minute phone breaks per day. Don't touch the phone until after the gym, which is around 10 a.m. Record my progress every day. And then I also added the rule that no phone in the evening after work. Once I'm done working, I plug in my phone, my work phone, and then I'm done for the day. No phone in the bathroom and in the shower. Shower, I did great. Bathroom, I accidentally, I think, messed up twice. And while eating, I did great while, during those things. I understand when I'm doing this activity, I do not have my phone around me, and I think that is totally fine. The most that I did was I would have my phone outside of the shower if I was listening to an audiobook. But honestly, I've been really enjoying silent showers because I find I remember what it was like to just think and be with my own thoughts in the shower, which is a big thumbs up. The 15-minute phone breaks per day, the 3 15-minute phone breaks. I was terrible at this. I was terrible at the phone breaks. Awful. I did take breaks during the day. They just weren't intentional breaks. No phone until after the gym. This is awesome. Not having social media on my phone, my personal phone, going to the gym, just listening to music has been so freaking nice. Not looking at my work phone until 10 a.m. has been so nice. It's been such a good separator for me, since this is my job, of when I log on and when I log off. Having my phone, having a login, log off time has been wonderful for me. And then recording my progress each day, I actually started journaling. I started journaling, and I wasn't necessarily journaling just about the detox. I just started journaling each night about my day. It started with, I wanted to write down my to-do list for the next day and just kind of brain dump and make sure that I felt I had things written down of what I wanted to do the next day, so I didn't have to think about them. And then after I write my little list, I journal under it. I love it. I've never been a journaler.
I love it though. I don't have any constructs around it or like constraints or prompts. It's just whatever. Basically, well, really, it's usually how I'm feeling at the time. So a lot of it is today and then whatever. I like the idea of being able to go back and read how I was doing. I like the idea that I could look at my progress each day and read and see how I was feeling on each day. I love it. I love it so much. So now the rules I will continue in my like regular life, and then how I would do this detox, or how I recommend you doing this detox if you want to try this. The rules I will be bringing with me: no phone in the shower, being sparing and like aware of when I bring my phone into the bathroom. I actually really love a good bathroom scroll. Sometimes I get very creative on the toilet, okay? But I want to be aware of that. I don't want it to be a crutch every time I go. And then I like no phone while eating as well. I think this is actually really nice, and it makes me feel like I'm being very intentional with that time for myself and that break from working, and that just eating should be a sacred moment, I think. I'm not doing the phone breaks because I was clearly bad at them, but I am being more cognizant of, oh, I feel like I need to step away from the phone. I'm going to put it away for a couple minutes, maybe take a 15-minute break when I feel that I need it, when I feel that I've been too much on my phone. Honestly, after this, I will probably take a 15-minute break because I've been on my phone a lot. No phone before 10 a.m. or after I'm done working, whether that's 5, 6, so on. I'm definitely keeping that. That is so great. And for me, that means, you know, this is a work phone. So that's what I mean by no phone. Like I don't touch it. I don't look at it. I have a personal phone and I am on that during those times so I can text my friends and stuff like that, but I'm not looking at my work phone where social media is. I have seen this device called a brick, which I think is a much more realistic and cheaper way of doing this. I honestly kind of wish that I knew about the brick before this, but I'm not even sure it would be as effective. I think I needed something kind of drastic, but if you're just looking for a really easy way for you to make sure that you are not scrolling all the time, you need to lock yourself out. But the iPhone timing things, like those do not work for me. You only have like 1 minute, none of that works. The brick, you like tap your phone onto it and you have to physically go and tap in, tap out. That I think would be such a more practical way of doing this, where you could not, you know, you're not tapping into social media until a certain time and you tap out at a certain time, especially for those of us who have trouble sleeping or like scrolling at night. If you tap out of your social media usage at 7 and you say no more social after that, you'd be surprised at how different you feel going to sleep. You're in your evenings, your anxiety levels, waking up, all of it. And I'm going to continue journaling. I really like it. I think it's just good for my general mental health. I think it's been lovely to have a moment of reflection. And something that I have learned coming out of this is that not having social media in the evening has made me a lot more intentional about my evening routine. Because of that, I started actually going to bed earlier because I just felt like I had more, I was like, you know what? It's 9:30. I want to start getting ready for bed because I'm not doom scrolling for another hour and a half, and then realizing that it's really late and then I have to do my whatever. Made like a kind of more extensive evening routine where I'm going in, I turn on soft music, I do my skincare, and then I get in bed and I have my journaling time, and then I read 1 to 2 books, and I love it. I really, really love it. And having that moment for journaling for me has been really, really awesome. Let's talk about what you need to know going into a challenge like this if you want to do this challenge. Honestly, if you want to do this challenge, I'll set up the original rules. I would do these exact rules. I think these are great. I didn't know how long I would do it. In my mind, I had a soft thought of 4 weeks, and that would be it. And I honestly, after week 1, I thought I would have more progress than I did, which is why I think 4 weeks is needed. These rules for a month, do 30 days. You will be amazed at the difference it makes in so many areas of your life. I did not expect so many of the symptoms. I'm calling them symptoms. It is an addiction. I did not expect so many of the symptoms of withdrawals that I would have. Week 2 sucked for me. Like, I feel like week 1, I was like, yeah, I'm grooving. I feel more relaxed. Week 2, horrible. It brought out some insecurities, anxieties. I am now talking to my therapist about other things that I was using social media as a sort of pacifier for. I am a very different person than I was 4 weeks ago at the start of this challenge. And it is so much more than just being more relaxed, being less reliant on my phone. It comes down to like, I started painting again. I started drumming more often. I felt much more connected to myself. I felt more connected with my friends. I felt like a better friend. I was intentional about reaching out, and like I missed my friends. So then I hosted a family dinner last night. I feel so much more connected with my mind and my body. I feel like I know myself more. I trust myself more. I went through some like mental insecurities and things, like I would say it almost like churned up some things that I had to deal with, that I feel now more confident in myself having dealt with it. They were like unexpected symptoms of the detox that it wouldn't have been as effective if I had only done it for a week. This should be a 4-week, 30-day challenge. I think if you want to do this, I highly recommend it. But what's going to happen is week 1, you're going to be like, oh, this is nice. I feel more relaxed. Week 2, you're going to be pissed, like not feeling good. Week 3, you're going to be working through what the fuck happened in week 2, and week 4, you're going to feel settled. And there are things that are going to feel like it is completely unrelated to your phone and being addicted to social media on your phone. But it is. Social media has, and I love social media. I'm on social media. I love it. I love it. I had too much of it. Too much of a good thing can turn into a bad thing. Social media does have adverse effects. And I'm not just talking about like self-confidence. I'm also talking about like the way that we think, the way that our brains are wired, the way that in a moment of calm, my first instinct was to look at my phone and get stimulated by something else rather than allowing my brain to just be quiet, rather than doing a quiet activity, rather than going and reaching for painting or my hobbies or something like that. That became, it's like cue reward, that habit, that's what was happening. And it was, seconds. Each second this was happening. Every second that I had a quiet moment, like I was reaching for my phone, I was using it as a crutch. And that was, I never counted how many times I was reaching for my phone, but hundreds. I'm sure it was hundreds of times per day. That is going to take more than a week. It's going to take more than a week. It's going to take more than 2 weeks. Even like 4 weeks, I'm like, could I do the mega challenge longer? Yeah. I feel like I don't need to right now, but I am taking some of those rules, and those will just become a permanent rule for me, because there's no reason I should be. A shower is such a quiet time, a peaceful time. There's no reason why I should have my phone in my shower. I was taking away that brain space for myself. I was taking away so much space for me to just sit with myself, and that caused anxiety, that caused confidence issues, that caused insecurities, that like all bled into how I was working, how I was functioning, how I was communicating. It's all related. I'm not saying that everything is due to a social media or phone addiction, but I'm saying a lot more than you think. I hope that this was helpful. I've loved this series. I've loved bringing you guys along with this series. Thank you so much for watching. I vlog every single week. This has been like part of the vlog series. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you are. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear how you liked coming along with me with this journey and what you'd like to see next. Again, vlogs come out every single Thursday right here on YouTube. Let me know what you want to see coming up next. Since I am finishing the challenge, I think I want to do something similar. I like having this series type of stuff, but let me know what you like, and I will see you guys next time. Love ya. Bye.